Alrighty then. So what are they doing? Aha. Still push. Oh no. Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, protect corner makes sense. Okay. Another time. Choice? No, apply matchup, right? It's been too long. Sarakana doesn't want to play. What a bitch. HHXX
Start to
wants
play.
to play. For now, I will play still this opening. But in July, or maybe even already earlier, maybe, depends if there's a German quals soon or not. Mm. I know this is not the better option, but it's the one where the opponent might push a bit too often. Oh, or respond locally. I don't mind that one either. What was my opponent's score like? 12-8, okay. Aha, okay. Sure. I would study these variations with the pincer, but not yet. Or rather, if I don't if I don't continue playing Komuku in the near future anyway. And I don't need to study it too much either. Okay, so we got that. I suppose there's just this corner left. Might as well 3-3, since the outside is pretty neutral. I kind of expect a double Hane here. Oh, okay. I'm okay with that. I will. Hmm. We'll play it this way this time. Sure. That's the standard response here. Is it still? Even after this one? Not sure. Anyway, he shouldn't cut, right? And then Do you connect here? Guess it doesn't hurt. Pretty solid. Okay. Hmm. I don't think I want to Hane here. I think I want to push here one more time because of the RG that's happening here. Otherwise, okay, so the Hane. If you play this, have I placed this and place this, and then the cut here does work. But there's cut here. I guess you do cut here. Not really to attack, but just to create a weakness in White's shape. Because it essentially right now makes the push here impossible because otherwise you can Atari. So it's more eyeing these weaknesses than really trying to attack White, because White is pretty strong here already. And this single stone here is not that strong, but it's stronger than this single stone. And okay, Black is fine in the corner. Okay, the extent there though. Hmm. Hmm. Extend. Can I play the honey here? Is that an idea? Let me think about this for a second. If I honey, because if I extend, White just plays F16. What? No. Read the title again. Well, it's this weekend. This weekend is the qualification tournament for that, including players I have never beaten before, so it's not going to be easy at the very least. Okay. This one is actually now center. He would protect if I should I play this? If I play this Atari, no. If I play this Atari, and then interesting. The cut. I thought that would give me forcing moves I desire. So if I play the Atari, obviously he's going to counter Atari, and then if I capture he Ataris, so I can't do that. So if he counter Ataris, I guess that really doesn't give me that much. Right, he plays here. I cannot capture here, and if I can't capture, then that all seems a bit silly. So maybe this Atari. Then you can capture, then I don't get this one in center. Hello, Klaus. Yeah, As you have maybe noticed by the lack of streams recently, I've been, uh, well, it's been busy recently. So, but it will be busy this month. Just taking this week for a bit of training and then maybe a couple of games on stream until at least like the 23rd or so, 22nd, whatever the third Sunday of this month is. And then I'm finally free. And then I will also announce it on my Discord that there will be a big training summer with lots of streams and games and some study maybe and more. And something that I have basically announced like half a year ago. Anyway, um, before I promise you more the sun and give you the moon, what is going on here? I don't think I really want to continue here. I think I just leave it like that. Do I want to prevent him from just connecting here though? Is it this way? Oh, no, I think I will just do this. Okay. Do I push one more time? I don't know if I want to pincer, so just pressing him down into his wall. Because I can still play this one anyway. Or I guess I can't because he can play this and then play the Hane here. The Hane is not Sente. Is it? Hmm. All right. No, it's not, because now I have all of these liberties here. Even if he plays this, I have to connect, but I have all of these liberties. And this is maybe not 100%. Well, that is Sente, right? I mean, if I get the Hane, that's technically he could ignore, but I don't think it's a good idea. Unless somehow fighting here is more urgent. But again, okay. Oh, Hane. Okay, Hane. I was wondering about that. Can I cut? Mm, if I cut and he Ataris from below and then I extend and then he just plays some extend. Um, I could turn incentive, but then I only have 4 liberties. That does create some more RG. Is that worth giving him the extend on the outside, though? I guess the Hane, though, it's not solidly connected either. So I think I'm going for the Archie here, similar to this one. And I get more Archie on the outside like this anyway. I could even... No, this one is not working. But yeah, there now I can, at the very least, I could Atari from the outside and get one more forcing move here. I don't think I can do anything here right now. So let's see. Corner is alive even if I turn. I have these 2 corners, these 3 corners. These 2 stones. Is it worth it though to fight? Because if I extend here, maybe I shouldn't have played the Octari. But anyway, if I extend here, he Hanes. Then here, then I guess double Hane is not working, huh? So if Hane, but I can't cut because then he can just Atari. So this Hane here, extend. I could in theory just connect here or even connect like this. Actually, I do kind of. Actually, if I play this and then the connection, I am kind of threatening this group. So maybe it's not that bad to play here. Or the connect. The connect. Maybe the connect, but then you can just peep or do this. Now let me do this one. If he does this, I think I do this one. If he does this, then I just Hane here and I ignore this. Or maybe I could extend instead and then net these or connect here. And then this one, actually, I can still harney because there's still this. No, that's not harney. Okay. I could. There's always the threat to play G18 still. Now, because he can counter. Well, can he? If I'm stronger here, not right now, but later. I'm wondering if this is even a thing. I play this, plays here, and if I capture, he can play Atari. No, I can connect. So yeah, okay, so he extends. I think I connect here, threatening to descend here and attack this group. I could, but I guess I don't block here in any case, huh? So maybe I play this one, and later I can still play this and get this incentive if I want to. Question if there's something better. If I extend down, there's just the cut Atari that doesn't do much. This I can jump. It's kind of the plan. Could also play this immediately, but then you can play uh, even this one, Tari. Don't really like being heavy there though. So if I guess if I want to play this anyway, and he can't, well, I guess he could double Atari here. He could push and then double Atari here and make me connect. Okay, I will connect. Now I can threaten to play this and call this whole thing, or it could have descended, right? So we do this way. I could jump here. But I think I like this one more because then I can actually play this one. Which is not Senti, but very big and has a Senti follow-up to protect against the clamp. So if I play this, I get this one incented too. I also get some shape here. I don't think I want to attack this further. I'm not weak here, so this area is a bit burned anyway. He could counter, but then I can still play here. If he plays here, then if he plays here, then I can just play here. I think that's fine, or even counter attack. I was okay. So now, of course, I Atari here. Yeah, that would have been very surprising if he code that. And now, no, the ladder is not working. I could imagine, but I think my shape here is a bit weak, so I think I'm fine just making this space here. And if he plays this peep, then I just protect like that. If he attaches here, I'm pretty strong here. I don't think there's anything he can do that way. He could peep here, but then after that, even this one, I just connect under. There's not really a follow-up, and that also just weakens this Kema here. Okay. Sure. I guess that is a little bit annoying, huh? But I am out with this group, so um hmm. I was wondering if it's worth it to just play here now, to just turn there, live big in the corner, take away quite a bit of territory, On the other hand, if he Ataris and he gets to capture in center, he also makes himself a lot stronger. Um, though that weakness is also not worth that much anymore now that white is stronger. So yeah, maybe because connecting at B14, I still have Hmm. Oh, I still have one eye in the corner. Let me calculate this. I played this. Mm, and if he plays the monkey jump, I could attach Atari, Atari, Atari. No, I think if I let myself get cut off in the middle, I just get so much weaker in the middle. I still already have this big corner bigger than this. I have this big side, and white really doesn't. Okay, white has this side, I have this side. Then I get center for the center to attack. Hmm. And now again. Okay, he could play here. This. 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 Atari. Connect. If connect, I can play B19 in center. And then D19. Okay, so at the very least, in like a huge coal fashion, I have one eye in the corner still, like this. Hmm. I guess I could play this one right now. Play this one first. Play this one first, maybe, and then if this Atari, I can play this Atari, connect. Yeah, I think this is the right move order here for the best possible RG. Now cut here. Or is there a world where I want to play this cut? Hang on. Cut here. Probably not. Okay, so let's cut here. He has to play here, otherwise I just get to play this one in center, essentially, and everything he did was useless. Now the question is after this one. If I play this Atari, capture obviously, and then extend down, he could play this one first. I would have to extend. Is that worth it? Or even this Atari and this Atari? No, this would be bad. This would be bad, I think. So this Atari, I would have to answer. Um, Curious timing for my opponent to think now, but maybe just checking that there's nothing wild going on here. Maybe not. Maybe not the most curious timing. But yeah, assuming this. Obviously, if white just answers here, then that's a nice exchange for me to also get this one in center. But if white plays the, I guess I get this to get to play this one. I get to play this one, then white would have to respond anyway. Then maybe I can push here. Wedge, uh-huh. Let's do this. Right, this is threatening to play the Atari here, and then I can extend here. And then white would have to play here, and I can play this one in center. Of course, white could now push in here, but then I still get this Atari and the descent here in center. And then there might even be some kind of Hane here. Yeah, then there's a really annoying Hane here, actually. So white could... Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. So of course I play this one. I can extend here now. White could answer this way. To the extent. But that leaves even more RG inside here. And more liberties for my outside to maybe jump out. If this, descent, this, descent, this. Atari here. And possibly there's some kind of inside Seki then. Of course, white could also play here, but then I can turn here in center. Then white can play here, but then this is still center, so if white does it like this, maybe. Maybe I should play here first, actually. And then if white now plays this one, yeah, maybe I should do this first, huh? Yeah, because if this, I can just squeeze and throw in and squeeze and then play here and capture even more. So this is forced. I think it doesn't make sense to not just play that one. Or it makes sense to play this one, rather. Because otherwise maybe white at some point gets to play there. It can't be a Siki, of course, because yeah, okay. So let's see if this is actually this might already be good enough, right? I mean, I got this turn in center, so white got all of this in Gotha. I got more forcing moves potentially here. Maybe actually I get some very nasty endgame move at b5. Probably not. Depends if they get some more forcing moves here. But I think okay, my group here now is either alive locally anytime with A18 or can make a second eye on the outside or just jump out. And this group here is not alive yet, so I could just play this one. Turn here is no turn here. Yeah, maybe just here. Or I do jump out one. No. Okay. Well, actually, hang on. If I don't jump and white plays here, I kind of well, but not really because actually there's still a ko inside. So if this, and I then win this ko and can throw in and then throw in here, then I need this one first, huh? Okay. I can play this one and play a checking extension against this, I think. Also, if he plays this one, I could extend here first. Could extend here first in center. And then push and actually cut here. Then Empty triangle, push again. Empty triangle. I guess then I still need some move here. Okay. So he's doing it this way. I wonder, do I want to play this one or do I maybe, no, maybe I just, if I leave it though, I could play here or I could play this Atari. I kind of don't want to. Maybe I just descend here. How about that? Or this one? He harness? I could ignore the harness. I could just bump here. Then if Atari and connect, there's still this Atari, and if this one, I can still capture here. Because I don't want to play this because then white gets this one. And if this one, again, this one extend, I can't ladder that stone, I suppose. Can't I? No, I just can't. Okay. Not sure, so let me play my first instinct here. The honey here. And then I play this and then Atari. Okay. And then I play this. Ask the question of how do you want to protect your shape here. If you want to protect it like this, then you didn't get this. Then I can also extend one more time. Hane. Hane might be too much. If cut, well, if cut, I could Atari here. And there's a double Atari here. No, let's just extend. And then if this one, I could maybe Hane then. Then if cut, I could extend. Extend, threatening to simply just capture this. Maybe it's not simply not worth it to bother, huh? This. Protect, extend, jump, push, Hane. There's still the weakness here to the... Okay. Cut here, but cut here, extend. Still has to protect. It's a question of this. No, but if this, then he can't cut because of the wedge. The Atari here. My corner now is pretty strong. He does cut. Oh, wow. Okay. I see. Okay. Now I cut. This is already like a, okay, it's a bad exchange for my shape in the corner, though. He could Hane here, then I would have to play this way. Wedge, capture. If just this, I can play this. If this, I can play the Atari and capture and connect. That should be fine. Still very annoying with this shape, but for now, white also has to worry a bit about this. Oh, raid? I don't see a raid yet. Weird. Coming, I see. Well, now, thank you for the raid. Cosmogo, hey, how are you doing? Not sure which way is best. There is a wedge here, but I could just Atari here, connect. If cut, I can play here and here, and then there's also weaknesses here. And I can still just give up the 2 stones too. That is not unexpected. Also, that is not unexpected. Maybe I just connect here. No, I think I want to play this one, simply because this one is really not that valuable to... Yeah, this Atari I can give white, I think. I don't mind. On the other hand, if I connect... Well, okay, white gets sent this way, this way, this way, this way. It's worse shape than this way, and this way, that then I can play Atari. Okay, so I think it makes no difference, and this way I keep my shapes more stable. If this one, yes. If this one, actually, if this one I can... Oh, I see. That's sneaky. Okay. Sneaky, but does it... Huh. Does it hurt me? He can't play this way now. That is a tad annoying. Ah, that is annoying. Because then he has this Atari here. Mm, yeah. Ah, yeah. That is... That's more RG than I thought. I knew this RG was there, I just didn't think it was that severe. I can't give up the cutting stones, I don't think. Hmm. And I do have a co-thread here as well, a local one-ish. All right. That is annoying. Then didn't make a difference if I played this or this. Pa, 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 pa. And then he has this Atari too. Oh, this is really annoying. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, that I was just about to say, I think that one I would ignore. Simply because I have a base here and these 3 stones are not that weak. And this group was already alive. And this coup was so severe. Do I capture here or do I just capture here? I think it doesn't make a difference, huh? I get to capture here next. This is safer. Yeah. Yeah, I have a base here and I'm still counter-attacking this. So yeah, even if you push through. Do I even... I don't... I could Hane here and then just extend. Again, these 3 stones, I can just make a base here. These stones, maybe... I could... Is the PP actually even a threat? No, right? Because, no, okay. Do I play from this direction? I mean, even these 2 stones I could just give up now that this group is super solid. Like this Atari, I can just counter Atari and if capture, I guess I can connect. I could Hane here and extend. I could even connect if I wanted to, yeah. So which way though? Maybe just, if I play this way, this does help with this peep a little bit too. Okay, let's do it this way. I think I got my opponent could have been much more severe with this ko. Holy shit. Yeah, and he can't extend actually because I can just immediately cut. Yeah, okay, so now that one. I get also that. If I play this one, if this and this, no, he can play this one immediately. But then I could play the Atari and connect here, let him capture the 3 stones potentially. Hmm. Okay, I could play this one first. If he plays this one, I can play here. And then I even play this one in center. I could even... Is crosscut a thing? Crosscut? If extend? Maybe not. Hi, if this one though, I play here and this and this and this and throw in and connect and this. No, okay, this. I need to be careful with this one. I will have to play this one. If descend, I play here, then Hane, and then this is again not center. Okay, I need to be quite a bit careful here. But okay, I can play this one first. He can't play this one in center because then I just Tari. Yeah, then I can capture. Then if he cuts, I can live. If he doesn't cut, then I connect. If he cuts, oh, if he cuts, I could possibly play the Atari from the outside too. Yeah, so that way, I think I want to play the Atari. Just so that this Atari doesn't come as a shock in between. And then I can play this one in center. I guess I can play this one in center even with this Atari. I just play here, huh? So yeah, and then this way I escape. Maybe I don't actually want to play this Atari because, well, okay, this way there's not the core. Okay. Okay, I'm in
Yo-yomi
Yoyomi
now
now.
starts.
This connection is not center against that. So maybe I don't want to. If I play this Atari, it makes this less forceful.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure. Those are those kind of decisions that are just so hard. Because maybe I want to have this be more forcing, maybe even I want to have a peep, maybe I want to clamp, or maybe I just want to descend here instead of playing this Atari in the first place. I guess I could have played the Atari and then if I descend, I'm already alive. Now you can play the Atari here or here. Hmm. But maybe now this one is actually more annoying because I threatened to push and then play Atari from this side. So upsides and downsides all around. Okay. Hello. I think I now will save it this way. Oh, and then I'm actually already alive, huh? Hmm. As long as I don't peep here, because now if he plays this and I connect, then he can't connect, so I have one eye here, and well, this is already safe. Yeah, I'm safe here thanks to his not well played co. Of course, that also means that this is a little bit less of a threat if the Atari here it connects, but then I can extend. So there's still some weaknesses here. Anyway, like this, I'm alive with this group, so that's already something. But now that this liberty's gone, now the co-archer here with the throw-in is for sure gone. Okay. So he now protects this group too. Do I? Maybe I protect my shape here by... Yeah, maybe actually this one. I really like this one, or maybe this
9,
one.
8, 7, 6,
Maybe even
5,
this one. Let me spend a
4,
Biomi. We have
3,
5 after
2,
all.
1.
Maybe this way. But then maybe this way. Maybe this way because of this wedge weakness here. Hmm. This threatens to jump in here, which is quite annoying. I could also jump in immediately, but let's peep. Let's make this peep to also help this Kama shape, and then if I jump here, or maybe even do this, I jump here, I stay mostly basically connected here. I think Sumia is already gone. This way, I think I do play this way. Now that white already spent so many moves here, um, that white spent so many moves to help this group, I think these two stones have lost their value by quite a bit. Actually, now I can make use of this RG of this stone here to help my shape in a much more. Can I play the Hane here first? Because if we do this, and he just plays this, and then I play this, he captures, I play Atari, and I play this, Atari,
9,
I have, we
8,
has, hang on,
7, 6, 5,
this is too loud.
4,
Um,
3, 2, 1.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties, and white only has 1, 2, 3, 4. And sacrificing those for those? Not sure.
9,
Okay, let's just do that then. I'm doing this because it helps these 3 stones more too, so that if I'm very solid here, and white white still owes a move here, right? Because I'm threatening to just Hane here, and if he counter Ataris and I just capture, that's not just endgame. That's actually killing this white group still. And yeah, now this one doesn't work because I just block. If he plays here, I can play Atari, he can't play counter Atari. If he plays counter Atari immediately, I just connect here, he captures. I'm, thanks to this stone, very solid. Yeah, so white owes another move here. I could have possibly played this already. Wow. Okay. Well, now we do this. This is a really interesting game in that it's not super wild, besides when the co happened here, I suppose. But there's still a lot to read. So this is kind of, my opponent is kind of giving me exactly the kind of game that I like. Probably should have used that for... is it? I connect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, but I threaten to play here and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 5, 4.
Actually, he can't wedge. I just noticed. So it's 5 versus 5. Maybe it's not working after all, huh? He can just extend here. Okay, but he doesn't. I should use my... Okay, I'm really bad at just taking forcing moves and using my time when I think, especially when I think the game is already nice for me. Do I want to do this one? I guess there's... No, this is maybe a good time Suchi. Might actually not even be big enough. Yeah, I think now it's a time to... Do I turn is probably a bit too much, huh? So we just...
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
It's a bit unusual shape, but it's a two-space extension from here. And to be fair, this whole white group in the middle is also not alive yet. This group now is, because this one prevents that I can just play this. Okay. So now he did spend some move there. I don't know what that does. I guess, to be fair, this whole black group in the middle is not yet fully alive.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
The cut here is still something. No, I can plus play here, can't I? I could just play here. But maybe it is actually a good idea to just... I could maybe now peep here. Yes. Yeah, now if this one I don't block, I just jump back and then I have my second eye here. And I think I could play here or I could play that one to make more shape immediately. But this one, it really threatens. I could double Hane actually. Yeah, I like this one because I double Hane, I take more points here. I protect my cutting shape here a bit too. I guess, could he peep here? Oh, okay. I think maybe I even extend here. Or maybe I turn here now. The turn here is not small either. I have a little bit of time. Let's quickly count because my opponent's playing a little bit like they already
9,
won, which is a
8,
little bit confusing.
7, 6,
White on the
5,
left side.
4,
He
3,
has
2, 1.
one, he has 5,
2
6, 7,
Yo-Yomis
8, 9,
left.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 21, 2, 3, 4. So about 50 or so. And I got 1, 2, 3, 5,
9,
6, 7,
8,
8,
7,
9, 10,
6,
11,
5,
12, 14,
4,
15, 16,
3,
17, 18,
2.
1, 2. Okay, it's actually pretty close. It's actually pretty close. Maybe I needed to attack this more strongly, huh?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay, but I get the first move here, the honey here, or the honey here. For me, it's not that big, but for white, hmm. Is the jump in here Sente? I guess not, huh?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not sure. Okay, so now the end game. I turn here. I play 1, 2. Ah, it's really, really close. Why is it close? Why is the game where I felt like I got everything I wanted close? Um,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
could still cut here. Okay. I shouldn't count, I should spend time figuring out which moves to play. Okay, so you just extend. The turn here is big, but I think now we jump here. But the jump in here is also not small. My opponent has more than enough time anyway, so what's the turn at L2? Cut here is also worth quite a few points though. The jump here. I think the jump is just a bit annoying, but it's not that big.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not sure. This is big. This is also big. But the jump in here is annoying. So maybe then I need to play this one here. Push here. Maybe the turn was bigger, huh? Okay, he turns. Hmm. Advantage is that I do get some peeping here, doesn't really do that much. I push, I cut. Okay. That way though, I don't think I answer that.
Nine, 8, 7,
I could play the Atari now. I do need to add a move here anyway though, so maybe we now play this Atari here. The turn here now is probably still pretty big. Maybe also this bump, because otherwise this Atari and this one.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Was I too soft with the middle? Maybe that's something, huh? Yeah, I know.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So close.
Nine,
Oh well, doesn't matter the result really. It's what matters is that I played the way I wanted to play. Mm, this one is actually double big because it also, if now this cut, I could play here and then just connect here. So it's not just threatening to capture this stone, which in itself is also not small. Now, of course, there's this, then I just play this. If this Atari, connect. Do I push in here? I guess this one allows me to play this one next. Almost clicked there. But the 4 points here are also pretty big.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Not quite sure. Could also peep this way. Push and threaten to play the Atari and then here. That's why I didn't exchange this Atari forever ago. Because that this okay, yeah, sure. There's also this, cut, this. There's still this, 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 this still connects. Can I now play this one?
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last Byoyomi.
He could connect, but then I can just cut. No, I can't because there's Atari. Then I could play
9, 8, 7,
uh
6, 5.
maybe I needed to capture this instead of something that I did here to remove this liberty. Solely for that reason. If he connects, could I play this one? Tari, tar. Uh,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I think that is working. Ah, okay, I see. Ah, that didn't quite work the way I thought it would. But I still think that was some nice RG there. Made use of.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can always live here, so this is not center here. So I got the 4 points here. Right. He can reduce the maximum of 2 points I would have had here anyway. Well, I guess if I connect here, it would have been a bit more. But he can reduce those in center. I guess it's still the 1 point if I connect anyway. So
9,
it's 2 points
8.
center, but then I also get this one, which is worth another point in the third. So that one might have been a mistake. Actually, if I played this Atari and then this, no, it wasn't because I could have played after the capture. No, but it hadn't captured yet. Oh, I don't know. Connect here is 2 points. Pushing in here is about 1 point in center. This way. Okay. This I think I connect. Yeah. No, this is alive, right? Just making sure I'm not missing anything really stupid here. Yeah, that's was to be expected. Um, is there something like this one? Yeah. Okay, now he doesn't get this one in center anymore. Push, push, push. This is technically not 100% center, but it pretty much is, because otherwise I get to capture in center. Maybe. Okay, he separated me here in center, I suppose. Oh. Hey, Eric. Maybe this is just the best way then.
9, 8.
And then this is a... Well, okay, now this is just a straight up 2-point move. Must resist the urge to count because it doesn't really change how I should play now. Yeah, I think the rest is basically 2-point and 1-point center moves. This is a 1-point move. This is okay, sure. That was always, I mean, kind of like a 1-point-ish center move. Not much more because of this move here. There's a 2-point move here. Okay. I was wondering about that one too. Let's play the Atari. Was the Atari not 3 points? No, it was not. And I leave you uh, to to figure this out. Do I really keep all 3 points if I play there? Is my hint to you.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yep. Oh, is there still some RG here left? If I were to cut here and if I do this and I were to cut here, I guess without that one, it really isn't worth a damn. Okay, so probably not.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He could play this attire, and then this is actually a 2-point move. Meh, maybe this actually, this might have lost something. No, because the last move is still a 1-point move, I suppose. But there was maybe this can reverse send. Well, I guess all of them were reverse sent, so stack at 3 done. Oh, there's the Ko though, huh? No, that was a mistake, I believe. Okay, capture here. Is the capture, does it make a difference? Really doesn't. It's Japanese rules, so we don't need to fill dame, and then I think I lost actually in the end after all. Sedge. And then I have to, oh, Teihane here. But again, I am pretty happy with the way I played. Just, I guess, to give f8. F8. Ooh, I don't remember what that was at all. No, I don't recall what that was. Yeah, but I guess, yeah, if I lose, then I think I lose because I didn't put enough pressure on the middle, and this kind of was the biggest end game, making my group stronger and making his weaker or so. Okay. Yeah, but White also got a lot of Gote there, so I think that was worth it. Ah, but White still gets a point here anyway, huh? No, but because White has to throw in. Ah, but I can, if he plays this, I can play here first. But then throw in. Okay, sure. I think just connect, because otherwise there's co-threat and it's not like White can make any points there. As far as I can tell, there's nothing here with the Atari here. This and I extend, and then this. Ah, no, White can't throw in and play this because this liberty still exists. Okay, 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 okay. So if this, so this is not a, there's no point for White. If White plays here, I can play here. And if White plays here, I can play here. That's it. Um, yeah. True, that's still a point. But it's, I mean, it's there's sure I will humor you. Ah, okay, well, that makes not much of a difference. He wouldn't have had to play there anyway. Maybe with this one? No, I still don't think so. Just connect here. Then these two are near, so there's no point here. Uh, Thinking too early that the game is good for you is also a weakness of mine, especially that I then play too fast. Um, I don't think it was, but anyway, we're just finishing the game here now. It's not Chinese rules, but you know, there literally is only a few more dame left, so yeah, I lost by 2.5. I really thought I was easily winning this game. I got I let up too early. Uh, I really thought here. But on the other hand, no, this was really big too, huh? But maybe it's not as big as playing something here in the middle now. Just making sure that white doesn't make any points there. It's essentially Sente. Also, it is still Sente because I just, well, as long as, no, I am alive. Even if white wedges, I can live in the corner. If white does this and I jump, I can live in the corner. So I never need to worry about this connection here by white being Sente as I did calculate correctly in the endgame. Um, and if white now, I don't know, if white now counters here, that's what I don't like. If white now counters here, maybe, maybe this is still fine. This is also fine. This is fine. And then maybe this is not good enough, huh? Maybe this area is just, I maybe overestimated the value of this area and underestimated just how much I can still bother this white group. Because it is really, it only has this direction to connect to. And if white has to, I don't know, connect here in Gote, in Dame, Gote too, but let's say it really is passively like this, then maybe I even want to prefer to have a move here instead and build this area more. Continue to press this and press here, something like this, right? H12. I mean, yeah, you can play at any time, but I don't want to play it too early. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I really felt like when I got all this on the right side, and I essentially got to it was the game bad for me here? Because it really felt like, oh, I got all. I guess I didn't keep much of the corner, but I kept a lot of here. Got a big corner here. White only got to push through here. Or was it really simply that the game wasn't good for me, and now it's okay that the ko wasn't that hurtful. Turn at h8. Ah. Hmm. Right, I see. See where you're coming from. But now don't I need to add a move here, kind of, like that? Maybe we can, I don't know, we can just do this one. No, let's not. Let's not. So if this and then the push through and I just live, then just white is already so very strong here. Just I9. Huh? What? I'm not sure I follow. Let white just connect and then build the outside, but then I need to add a move in the corner, so it's gote. Bro, really? Or maybe capture first, but really? Pooh. Oh, to attack and end in gote like this. I get even gote in the game. True, because this one was not center. And this way white gets more on the outside. Huh. Fair enough, yeah. Oh, but this is this kind of thinking is not ingrained into my brain. I don't think I ever would have not cut here and just let white connect and have to live small in the corner while he gets to connect. I mean, I guess I get this, right? But phew. Almost have another target on the outside, what feels like. Okay. But yeah, then getting this, maybe, But I got all of this in center. Yeah, maybe I feel like this probably I really lost this in the second half here, but maybe even here I need to Hane here instead. This is also really big. Is it bigger? The Hane connect here is bigger. No, I don't think that's a mistake. Maybe answering here was a mistake. Yeah, white really. If this is correct, and this is why I lost the game, then I have to respect, and then I have to train endgame even more so, because this is essentially endgame, right? His group was never weak, but he did add more moves to this group in the middle and got points in the middle where probably he never should have gotten points, and I instead should have gotten more points, and then maybe I don't get this. Well, I guess I still get Sente, huh? Yeah, because White in the end got like if we scroll into the end, White really got what like 10 points in the middle, and I also just like barely got 10 points here. And I when the at the start of this okay, the start of this end game, I want to call it here at this point when it was my turn here, I still had more or less the initiative against this group, more so than White. Maybe even right now, maybe even now I can really severely attack this before white does this and then just claim, okay, then we trade or something like that. Obviously here white can also counter Atari and then do something like this, but then white gets even less in this area or whatever, I don't know. Let's claim that this is something. And I get more points, a little bit more stronger shape here too. Yeah. Really underestimated this middle and kind of thought I was already winning. That was also part of my demise here. Yeah, and then here, this playing this one, very hard for me to judge. This is also super big, but maybe after all, this one is still bigger. This one. And this one to play this earlier. To let me also look at this. Maybe I need to fight the ko here, but I don't have this ko, so I think that's too much for the whole group. Yeah, and here, huh? I really thought this was working better. I wonder if I play this one now and then we just play this one. Of course, he can still just push in first. And then captures here anyway. Not sure if that's a profitable exchange there. Turn here. This I felt was weird, but yeah, maybe then this one was just not good. Maybe I needed to do this one now and then wedge here. Right, if white, okay, white can play this first though. And then do this and even do this. I don't know, but let's say white went sent it somewhere. Then if I wedge and he plays this, then obviously this is working. But he might just be able to connect. No, wait, he has to connect. What am I talking about? He has to connect here first, of course. And then I wedge here. Then white can just extend here. Then I don't gain much from that either. Hey. So maybe this one was just not good. Because I didn't want to fight the ko. What like I just said. Yeah, maybe if I have this at some point earlier, then I can cut here. Then of course white has still more RG on this outside here somehow, somewhat. I don't know, maybe like this. Gets more profit on the outside, so yeah. I guess you're true. I have this eye still. But then I don't have this RG here.
Someone invites you to play.
I don't know, but it makes this more sensitive for white too. So I get I have this connection. White can't play this yet. I don't know. Maybe you're right, but hmm. Here I'm really not sure. The cut, I mean, okay, the extend. If I play this, then this, like I mentioned, oops, that like I mentioned in the game, then just this, and then white can play the Atari and capture, so that of course is game over. And if I now play this and then counter Atari, then what am I doing with the 1-2 exchange? Other alternative I had in mind was to play this one. Then white will also capture because otherwise I can connect. And then I could jump here and not play the Hane. That could have been also one way. I have, right, like this. I just didn't want to make my shape heavy, but yeah, not sure about that. Okay, then this happened. I'm not sure if this is maybe not big enough, if I should just continue playing here. I just don't like if white now just gets to jump in. What am I doing here? So yeah, maybe that's the reasoning to not play this way to begin with. Well then, you should switch on your audio. Yeah, and this, I do wonder if maybe at some point, but I don't think I have the. Yeah, and if I do this, I of course get a lot more points in the corner, but my group here is a lot weaker, so I think this was correct to play this way. And then it's a question of having this RG. You talked about F8 earlier, so giving F8. But you know, I did get this life basically here in the corner this way. I don't know. What else am I going to do with this RG? Is it? Why? What am I going to do? Just play Atari here? That doesn't seem inspired. Yeah, the two stones can also still be cut off. I mean, maybe they are worth something, but getting the turn here in center and getting also some endgame here later. Yeah, but I could fight. I don't need these two stones to fight the middle. I'm already pretty strong on the outside, I felt like. I mean, you could be correct. I just don't understand your reasoning here. There was, because even here, you know, even here, after, maybe actually this one was the correct direction. Maybe I just need to slide here. Anyway, we can look at what happened later. Yeah, and then this cut. No, maybe it didn't happen later, but yeah, here my reason. I think that's why later I just backed off, because my thought was that if white now does this, then I can, then again white can't connect the ko, because now I still have this ko here. I don't know. I'm 8 and I'm not that powerful, so yeah, I feel like this might have been a really bad move. I should just leave it, or maybe even just bump one more time. Just let him connect here. Possibly even play this, because my bottom side is so big this way. Give up on A18. Give up B16. I don't think it's time to give up that early already. You were thinking about Q8 at P12. P12. I was considering that, but that creates new uncertainty immediately, and I didn't want that. So maybe I was just too soft. But by design, I tried to be more pacifistic here in this game. So maybe that broke me the neck. Maybe it didn't, because here actually I wasn't, and I cut where I shouldn't have cut. So maybe, you know, if you compare this, I get so many points on the bottom side. And white still has a big, I mean, okay, this group is essentially alive, but there is still some harassment potential. And there's not many points left to be divided in this middle to be like, look, I'm strong here, white's strong here. I have a huge bottom side. This side is smaller. I have this corner versus this corner, which is bigger. I have this corner additionally versus this, I suppose. So maybe that's the way. Because if you compare, like, let's say this happens later, I don't know, or I don't know, let's even just say this. Then here I kept 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like 34 points here on the bottom side. In the game I got a fight, sure. What did I say, 45 points? And here there was this big RG, where after having to finish the ko and having this, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe a bit more than 20 points. So that's 15 points less, spending one additional move. And these 15 points are, the value has to come from, but basically the 15 points that I lost, White already has this additional counter here, and I need to get those points from attacking this or this group, right? So because I'm pretty weak in the middle too, and after White plays here, I have multiple weak groups here. I think that that Hane here might have been what really made this game not so great, huh? Yes, White is cut off so you can gain something. Something has to be worth 15 points plus. Is it worth that if you also get in trouble with your groups? White got 10 points in the middle, I got 10 points in the middle, so I clearly didn't profit 15 points from these attacks. I suppose I reduced the right side a little bit, but White also just got to play here and reduce my points here. So I think the attack, either the attack was a fail or how I proceeded from here, as I mentioned with the end game later, or the fight was bad to begin with because of all this RG. And again, I feel like I even got, and that's why I felt so ahead, because after the co, I felt, oh, okay, I got away with this. But the situation maybe is still not great for me, huh? Feel difficult to have any meaningful attack. Exactly, yeah. So, um, yes, exactly. I have to prove my cut now very much. So, and if you compare that situation to this middle, which is already like, yeah, I have a lot of influence. There's this influence, is influence. This is basically almost influence if you just call this not a weak group. And if you compare all that situation to just even just white, black here, which I'm not even sure black needs at this point after the 1-2 exchange. So maybe even you can get this and get maybe only 25 points on the bottom side, but then, I don't know, reduce here instead, for example, and let white have, I don't know what white can do. White cannot do the same thing because here, I mean, you can essentially still play here, right? So if we just assume that white maybe gets, I don't know, this, then okay, white got to reduce a little bit more here, but you also got this one. P10 first before giving the wall. Sure. At this point, playing this. I don't know if I can get this in center. But it's an interesting thought, yeah. Yeah, but because I harned here, the one cut that I made in this game. Okay, the one cut that actually was meant to fight. Because all of these cuts, no, hear me out. All of these cuts on the left side were not meant for fighting, they were meant for RG acquisition. So the only real cut I made this, I guess this was also a real cut. The only real cuts were to keep this middle group here weak, which wasn't that weak, so. Also, thank you for the follow, Intricat. Didn't you follow already at some point? Anyway, M14 was M14? Yes. It was RG acquisition for my opponent. And see, I did see that if I allow this, that reduces my liberties on those. I just completely underestimated how much and how much RG that creates with this additional weakness here, with these two elephant jumps here. And maybe also here I should. This is kind of maddening because I should totally know that white is pretty strong on the outside and this cut is bad, but I still do this cut, so. Which move number was this? I think I still had time here, right? 100. Yeah, here I still had time, so it's not even that, oh, I was in Byoyomi, I played this quickly, huh? Not something to estimate? What do you mean? What principle? What I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, that. No, I think you can totally, I mean, You can't totally. Okay, I mean, you're basically saying the same thing though. Like, the estimate is some intuition, right? Um, and the actual evaluation, that is not the estimation. Essentially, my intuition wasn't strong enough that this is weak, is what you could say. Because I did see the weaknesses, I just didn't. Oh, let me put it this way. If someone tells me there's weakness on the bottom side, and to an extent, I did have that. Now that I think about it, I did have this because what is happening here? Hmm, hmm. Why is okay? Wait, because at this point here, I did actually consider to add a move here. So it's not that I didn't have the intuition, but just like in a Tsumego, where I feel like, oh, there's an interesting move, but then I don't follow up on that move. Here I also had this feeling of, oof, this bottom side has some weaknesses, but my intuition to actually then or to follow that feeling that I should actually calculate what my opponent can do there. That I didn't follow through with that. Because if you tell me, oh, if you now, for example, say if you don't play there, white has something here, or just strongly suggest I should calculate this, then I think here it's not that hard for me to find to find this Tisuchi. Or I mean, maybe actually here white can even do this. Let me think about this. No, this one is not possible. Okay, but no, this is not possible. Okay, so you have to play up this one, right? This is the shape point. If I have to defend the cut, it's just a loss. Well, but if I defend at some point, then at least I don't lose more. So, I mean, of course, that's why I ended up not defending because I thought, oh yeah, I already did this, but without the cut, I don't hurt myself on the bottom side and don't need to protect like this. Um, yeah, in a way, yeah, I didn't check for these details. Um, and that being said, if now I played here instead, this is not working, right? White needs this move. Now, if I play this, I can just capture here, and this is just over. But giving this and now playing this, now white has this ko. This as a ko. I can't capture. Well, I can capture, but then it's a ko, and that's even worse than the game, I would argue. Because white can connect as a ko thread, then capture as a thread, or maybe even not capture and just descend here first to really make this. Like if this happens now, white black just dies. Of course, you Atari just dies here completely. So yeah, maybe I was underestimating here just how. Yeah, I just didn't see that that white 6 makes this move possible. And that here now, if this 6 is played and I protect here, then that's a problem. Still a problem. Yeah, maybe then I can't play this way, and so 5 my 5 was not the problem. The problem was the cut in the first place, probably then, if there was no better way. Yeah, so just bumping here. You see, here I resisted the urge to this because here I did think, oh, if we now fight this, this is no good for my bottom side, right? This is just meh. So yeah, but here I couldn't resist this fight because for some reason I don't know. I guess for some reason I thought I get this in Sente or so. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking enough. Is it still better to R15? Is this still better than R15? Finaki directly instead of the cut. Sure, okay, that's also possible, I suppose. Um, yeah, but this has problems with this bottom side too. I don't know. Um, I don't know if that's worth it to exchange this to begin with, actually. But maybe. Like if white answers and we just play this, maybe this exchange is worth it because white couldn't descend. But you know, what I don't like about this is because in the game there could have been some some more RG with this, which now there isn't with if I white. So generally speaking, I don't want to give white this second line move here because that makes invasions here harder. So maybe instead I do play this descent here. That's another option instead of that. To actually look more at this right side instead of this middle area. So yeah. First I was too aggressive against this middle, and then when I probably needed to be more aggressive against this middle, I wasn't aggressive enough, or I didn't take my profit here in the middle basically immediately here. Like if we can just say, I don't know, let's for a second assume that white has to defend passively here, and you also get this whole thing. Then maybe I really can play here, and or whatever here in the middle. And now the tables have turned. White gets 0 points in the middle, and I probably don't get 20, but maybe then I do get my 15 points here. And then white can destroy the top side, and I maybe just build the middle more or whatever. And if white wants to, I don't know, destroy the middle, build the middle more, I just go here on the top side. So I don't know. That's my. And also this white group in the middle still has to live because it's not solidly connected yet if white doesn't jump here. So probably white will rather choose something along those lines or I don't know, whatever, and then make me kind of defend these 3 stones. Yeah, but I mean, okay, I lost by 2.5. That's against someone who was a strong, or like say medium strong 8-dan at a time of the day where it's the most difficult. So if that's the kind of quality of game I can produce, I'm not sad, but and I can improve on this still a lot. And now let's see how AI destroys all my hopes and dreams that this was actually a good game. Ay, ay, ay. Fox. Oh yeah, we already have June. What is it? Fox number? I haven't played on Fox in quite a while. Holy crap. My last Fox game was more than a month ago, 25th of April. I'm so looking forward to June and just grind and improve. Because I think the thing that is missing most still from my improvement and where I improved the most in the past was when I played serious games, not just spam blitz, but serious longer games a lot consistently and reviewed them quite a bit. Where back then in 2018, when I came up with this database idea, in a year and a half, I improved 1-1Q to 3-dan. I mean, I did a lot of. I still did Tsumego more than the average person probably, but I played a lot more and I reviewed a lot more. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that I want to tone down my Tsumego in the next few months and maybe longer, and focus much more on really getting that game experience and learning from my games and yeah, that. Today is the June 22nd. Shoop. Let's save this sucker. That's a tricky question. Depends. Without reviewing games for my students, I would say 20 hours, but at the moment much less. So, yeah. And a lot of that is a lot of that is still Tsumego, to be honest. Like half of that is probably still Tsumego. So yes, I am way too reasonable at the moment still. Actually, I want to. So the training in summer, I have 2.5 months with almost nothing else in summer and very few tournaments, if at all. Just marathon training, but that is separate. And I really want to start. I want to make my first push towards EGF 6 dan and Fox 9 dan. So of course I already did. I already started my journey to 9 dan and EGF 6 dan, but this July and August I really want to make the first big push, like the enemy training arc #1, to hopefully improve a lot. Because I'm still way too bad at this game. Yes. And that sucks. Okay. So this game actually was never good for me. Great. So I actually caught up in endgame. I learned nothing. No, I'm actually low 5 done again. I had a couple of bad tournaments last month. So I lost like nearly 20 points, 20 gore. I'm like 24-65 or something like that, 63. But it doesn't matter. It's all, even if I dip below the 4 dan mark, the eventual goal is 6 dan anyway. So it's not going to be a smooth ride, right? Yeah, the number. Actually, I say that my goal is 6 dan, but that's not really true. My next bigger goal is to be consistently above 2500, because that means two big things. The first one is I'm automatically qualified for the national team. And the second one is I'm very likely guaranteed a space in next year's and the years after European Championship. So that's the only thing that I tie my rating to. All the other things that I want to reach 6 dan is essentially just I want to be strong enough so that I can beat the strongest player in Germany and have a chance to participate in the German Championship and collect points for the World Amateur Championship and stuff like that. And actually have a shot to maybe beat some of the really strong. I mean, I already did beat Saint-Gin, but that was a fluke. That was a one-time thing. So Pro Qual, I don't even know. You have to be invited. I'm not thinking about that far. But yeah, like 2,500, top 100 in Europe is like 2520. 6 dan, that's 2550. So those are kind of the next goalposts. They were 5 dan last time. Yeah. Okay, but as you can see, or I don't know if you can see, yes, you can see the graph. I was never ahead in this game, so the game was actually never good for me. So, okay. What do I know? I really thought the game was at least a bit decent for me in like the middle game somewhere, but it wasn't like even here in this middle when I thought, okay, this was a success here, but I was still behind by 3 points. Holy crap. I was way too happy about my position. What did Okay, let's go from the start. I'm too curious about this middle thing here. Yeah, so this is why I was ahead, and this is why I played this variation instead of the better one, which is this one, even though it says plus 0.1, but it's like minus a little bit with more playouts. But this is more prone to give the opponent an error here. I didn't expect this though, so that was a big mistake. Okay. Play on the right side, sure, makes sense. But that's more a stylistic thing, I wouldn't say. Old old masters would maybe disagree that you absolutely have to play here because it's the side you can build most. And AI also agrees, so whatever. Anyway, still all fine, 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 fine. Oh, actually, oh, see? I totally forgot that this is a thing. I don't play Hoshi. I plan also, warning for everyone. I will start to play Hoshi this summer because I need to learn more of these variations. I'm just way too confused with Hoshi variations so many times. Or I accept like a worse result because I don't want to enter a complicated variation. I completely forgot that you are supposed to extend here first. All right, that's why this didn't seem familiar. Okay. Okay, so let's see how all my exchanges on the left side were bad, apparently. Okay, this was a bit too soft. The cut was fine. The extent was actually bad. Oh, I need to cut there. I need to cut there immediately, right? Because after this I can't cut anymore. This reminds me of the Wanda and Sumego Tisuchi that I had recently in my collection. But I didn't consider the cut here. Yeah, you can't play this because of this Atari. And then connecting here Sente. And then you can Atari here. Yeah, this is obviously horrible. Can't do that. You would have to give up these, and that's obviously also horrible. Not quite, yeah, pretty horrible, okay. So white has to continue to extend once. And then if extend, then you can extend, and if connect, you can Atari here, and white can't connect because then you connect. So you capture, and then you just basically make a base for this one. Huh. And then this whole white group is not alive yet either. If white connects here, then you just make this. If white enters here, whatever, then you could even capture here and just live. Wow, yeah. And if white instead now captured, I guess you still just extend, right? Because if you play this, white could now squeeze. Yeah, that would be a big mistake. So extend is center to, and then it's almost the same thing. If white plays here now, if white plays this, you have to protect. And if white does some counter, then you have forcing moves on the outside still, like this, to pull this out. And if this, you can just counter here, and if this, you can play here, then this is still center, but this group here, even if white now connects, this whole white group is also not alive yet fully. Okay, all right. So this is where I gave my lead back. Okay, this was good though. This would have been not bad. Okay, but the cut here makes sense. Okay, but this was fine. This was all fine. The cut was also good. Okay, this one was not ideal, but also not that bad. And then connection here, it was bad. I was thinking about just playing here or pushing from behind again. I was even thinking about this one. And then just give up this. And then the two stones are not worth it. And then, oh, no, okay. You can still play this one. Okay, let's say white does this. Okay, and then you do this, and then you keep this cutting stones. And then you build the bottom side on this like that. Yeah, then you build it better. This way, white just gets this one. Yeah, see, I didn't. I was hesitant here, and for a reason. Okay, so that gave white a slight lead. Then I did get this, but then white had the slight lead. And then here, at some point here, there was a big mistake. The cut here was not ideal. Yeah, so here white should indeed, okay, so you are correct. This was a big mistake. To do this, I mean, this exchange is already not great. This exchange is fine, but I really just should do this and not give white that, huh? But the game is already not okay. Let's just make this exchange too. And the game is already not great here. White is ahead by 5, and then I do need to play this one or even this one, something here and attack. Yeah, but see, white has this. This is really annoying. Okay, so it's just really that this was already not, these shapes were just not good. And these shapes, these kind of shapes and these kind of exchanges, this is exactly where game experience is lacking for me and where I need to play a lot more. Like Tsumego is fine and good for me to find variations that work, but to evaluate if they are good or not, Tsumego are absolute useless, basically. Right? So so that's one more reason why I think I don't need that. I already my Tsumego, my reading, I did notice in review with a few strong players last tournament that often I already outread them in the game. I just didn't maybe evaluate something correctly, or I didn't dare to because I missed something as well. Like I showed on Beginner Do Discord for a second there, a couple of days ago. But to actually then, yeah, to actually be able to evaluate which exchanges here are good, because this works, right? This left side, this totally works. Um, oh, mate, I mean, a lot of games for me. So far this year, I have played like what I can actually tell you exactly. So far this game, let me go to my goals. I have played 36 training games, 21 tournament games, and maybe 10 faster games. So if I play one or maybe even two games, let's say just one game every day, that would already be a lot more. But that being said, if I do stream for longer, I would then play one long game in the early afternoon or maybe even the morning, like this one, and leave it at that. Review, then maybe a short break, maybe like with maybe looking at some live pro games that are currently going on, and then play a few more faster games on my 7 dan accounts as long as I have some. And if I don't have 7 dan accounts anymore, then I play it on my 8 dan accounts. But yeah, that is the plan. So I am going to play more than the one game then, but it's going to be always one longer game first to have the main lessons come from. Yeah. What was it? Is there benefits like getting smarter if I start playing this game? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Chess will do better, but it's an inferior game, so you know. Yeah, and here too. Here, indeed, this was no that I played chess for 18 years actually, never in tournaments though. So I don't know. I only was like I don't know 1700 or something like that. Um, and I discovered Go, and then 3 months later I stopped playing chess completely. Actually, uh, Go for me is just so much more elegant and complex, and just it's literally there's just one kind of stone, and the rules are explained in 2 minutes, and out of that, so much complexity comes. It's just so beautiful. Okay, but this was fine. This would have also been okay. Okay, this actually was a well, it was a good exchange, but white shouldn't have played this. Okay, and then this one, even though this was then not the game losing mistake, and you could argue because I was actually like 8 points behind that I maybe needed to play more strongly here. But okay, Unpatat is officially AI, suggesting all the AI moves here with R10 and Tenuki and everything. I would say that's more true but Go is still a lot of memory. Like these Choseki and a lot of Sumego and shapes, there's still a lot of you maybe don't memorize, maybe you don't open study, though the top pros might do this too actually, but it's not as established as in chess where you really like you literally have opening prep as one of your core, or some are actually just really good at that, right? But it's only memory. Yeah, you could argue it's only memory. Everything is only memory. Life is only memory. Um, but yeah, okay. And what we can say though is this is a 2 point mistake. However, it's a bigger mistake because now it's only a 2.2 point mistake if now you come back after all. So because you then assume that you want to save this one, and then the jump is actually okay, or coming back is actually also okay. But in total, it makes sense. And then here it's white plus 11.3, or here even white plus 12. And here, if I instead played this, it's only 8 point. So it's like it's a good 3 to 4 point mistake. I second that opinion, Eric. I really feel like you can get by just playing shapes. Get by. Is there something missing in that sentence? I don't really understand that sentence. Cool, that P5. Oh, yeah. Yes, I know, but you can get by just playing shapes. That's a non-sentence. That doesn't mean anything. Yeah, no, this is actually I didn't even really say like this was not a shape I knew. It just made sense because it prevents this one. It's the move that I would want to play anyway if I were to get this exchange, right? So I just played it first so that white can't get the Atari. That's all that this was. And it's threatening to cut off the middle still. That's all that there is. But yeah, in this game I really wasn't that good at evaluating the group strengths, I suppose, and what RG. Maybe really it was that here I was too eager to get this B4 in Sente or B16 in the game, and that I just wanted my group to not have any ambiguity. So that's one of my biggest problems actually. That I don't like ambiguity that much, and so here just getting this feels good to me because now my group is just alive, right? Yes, I need to learn the game too. Welcome to the game. But yeah, tough game. The fact that I only lost by 2.5 means that my endgame was actually really good, and that I maybe didn't misevaluate the middle. But let's see where we go to. Yeah, but anyway, and so, okay, this. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Turning in the center instead of connecting. Where was that? Where was that? Oh, it's later. Yeah. Okay. No, please. Yeah. Don't. Okay. So here though, you can extend. Can you? What? Hang on. Oh, you descend and then if this descend. I suppose you just live separately with both. No, that's still meh. That's still meh. Okay, yeah. And here you can see this was indeed a big blunder. This gave back. White Hood had like local threats against these 3 stones too. Yeah, this was so confusing, this move. And then the game was indeed, and then follow through here. But indeed, oh, this one, yeah. What about just jumping here? It's that too, I had this intuition much earlier. When did I have this? After this, right? Eh. After this, here, here. Here I already thought about just jumping here. There's brilliant move. Not in that sense. There's just the AI move. Or sometimes that a pro finds a move that AI didn't even find. I guess that is, but those are much more rare than brilliant moves, I suppose. Not wrong. So this wouldn't have been great, but it would have been. This move was also not great. Makes sense, right? Attacking immediately. Yeah, I didn't even think about just jumping in here, huh? But yeah, this would have been good just to now black is essentially really fully alive, and white doesn't get to play here. But yeah, I'm already 11 points up behind. So anyway, yeah, and then this actually lost white a lot, and then white got to play here. Yeah, then here. No, connection here was actually good. Turn here. And this would have been already 3 points worse, and this, okay, is fine compared to that. But yeah, this is white plus 13 and a half. And this is white plus 8. Yeah, so turning would have been 5 points worse, essentially. So the connection here was absolutely necessary. I was wondering if white just captures here. This one was a bit odd too. Little bit of sanity is restored. Yeah, then I got this one. And then it was only white plus 6. Then this one was also not that big. And thank you for the follow. Ah, I closed the window. Oops. Oops. Oh, Arthur. I hope you find your round table. Yeah, okay, even just invading here immediately. Okay, but this was also strange. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this was all fine. So this was indeed better for me then. Here it was white plus 6. Here it was only white plus 5.5. This was good though, huh? If you want, there is. Do I still have the command? Um, what is this? I have a resource for learning Go, at least that I used. Interactive way, Go. Um, Yeah, those two. But if you want an alternative, this is how I first learned. After someone just taught me the rules, basically. Yeah. So just if you wanted it. So this was actually not a mistake. I thought you needed to play here, but I guess yeah. And this one too. Okay. No, but this was fine. This was all okay. Okay, but then I did so my review at least made some sense because here it was only white plus 5 and here, if it lets me, here it was before this mistake, it was white plus 12. So I did actually, at this point of the game, I lost 7 points by not attacking this strongly enough. However, after that, somehow I gained 10 points in end game from here. So, yeah, my late end game is already pretty strong because that's what I trained more than my early end game. My early end game, I only just started training not too long ago. How do you evaluate jump versus monkey jump on the left? It's usually if there is like this gap here, the jump here. Actually, here it's -1. It depends a bit what's more center than the other, I suppose, and what threatens to destroy more. Here Here it's similar. The monkey jump apparently was slightly better, but let's get there when we get there. So here is where I played this, and I did need to play here instead. That was correct. I don't know. I think Fox players are just not that good at endgame. Because I generally do gain in late endgame against Fox players. Not that much usually, but and it is totally possible that they said, "Oh, I'm so far ahead. Let's just finish this." I don't know if they don't mind giving points. I wouldn't go that far. I would say they are playing relaxed and then lose points that way. I don't think they consciously say, "Oh, let me give up points," because that's safer or something. Because usually in endgame, that doesn't happen that much, right? You usually are safe already, so you don't need to. It's really just, I think it's just bad or unfocused endgame. Whatever, though, I mean, this is like the 27th game or so this year that I lost at a close margin. And if I win, I usually win landslide and just from the get-go. But yeah, my losses are much more often close, and my wins are not that close. It's so weird. Anyway, so here I did need to even this one first. Do I Atari here? I also totally thought that white I can't give white. I think one problem was in the middle game. I thought I can't give white this one because then he can get this one in center, or then my group is not alive yet. But I can still live in the corner. So I don't know what I was thinking. So Atari. So white gives, yeah, because if white now connects, that's not GG, but that's really bad. So then this partly both. It's if you're not sure, it's often both, yeah. But you can capture this in center, which okay, either in center, which gives you a lot of points here. It's not to be underestimated. And then here. So you also reduce the potential for white to make points here compared to the game. Yeah, white instead now got this. Then this was fine, but okay, the peep was apparently not great. This was not bad though, but it lost the initiative here a little bit. If I play here, I'm more likely to get something out of that. Okay, that was just a forcing move. This was good though. Responding here was good. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't the wait. Hang on. How would white end up? Huh? Okay, something. The 50 playouts are making some bullshit here. Is it just that I should cut here instead? Is that why? Yeah. Okay. Maybe then this is not marked as a mistake, but it is, and then this is a mistake, and it is something like that. So okay. If we say I was 7.5 points ahead, the opponent was 7.5 points ahead, then they only lost 5 points. But a couple more and I win this game, so you know. Okay, so this was not too bad, but there was a clear chance to not only play the better move in this middle here, but also possibly get even more because putting pressure on the opponent, they might give a bit more that way. This way they don't give much. And this was still undercut anyway, so I also played J17 kind of with the thought, oh, this was so successful for me, I should be leading now for sure, right? Which I was not, indeed. Okay, and after that it was more my opponent's mistakes. Yeah, blocking here is just not center. That's why this jump actually turned out to be okay. Here it is actually 1 point worse than the monkey jump. I suppose because the monkey jump is just better center. This one is, or rather this one is not center in this case. But white gave me center, so I basically, okay, and here this one was one more mistake though, because white, yeah, I expected white to jump in here or Hane and then attack these more severely. So that's where white lost. White didn't attack severely enough, I don't think. Like my weaknesses here, white now relaxed too much, where I relaxed earlier when I thought I was ahead, I suppose. So that was a bit, but here I think I was also on my Byoyomi for sure, yeah. Maybe even my last Byoyomi, so this was bigger because of this weakness. But this exchange was bad by white. Then, yeah, the jump, this push was weird. I really thought now I have the two-space jump here and a Keima here and another Keima here. I thought, okay, at the very least, jump in to get more forcing moves here. But pushing from behind, I was very happy to fix my weaknesses. White can be much more diabolical with this kind of attachment, though, yeah. So that lost white a little bit. This one was okay. Oopsie. Then I got this turn, so that was good endgame indeed. Yes, that was the biggest move. This is the kind of thing that I do know from my endgame study, even though it looks quite small, it's just nothing, it's this big here. Then this one, okay, this was half a point loss. Blocking here was slightly better, but half a point, maybe even not that. Also, the Hane itself was apparently minus 0.7, so I don't really trust that fully. Aha, do this immediately. But this one that did force a mistake from white, so that was nice. Yeah, that saving this stone is just not that strong, and you can counter first and create all kinds of RG here with this one, threatening to play this and push in and so on. So that exchange was a good one where I gained a little. Then connecting here, I said it's not small, but it's also not that big. It's Gote after all. Ah, and then yeah, here I did need to play here first, or even connect, or just play this one. So that gave back a little bit. If I play here now, it's not, yeah, white will not play, white can't play the Atari, because then I can get to capture these, or then these are already captured, rather. And if now this one happens, then I can play the Atari here, and then play the Hane here, and then throw in here. Ooh, yeah, okay, this way it works. And then I can capture here, and then white cannot connect here. And then it's a close game. I was looking for that kind of RG, but yeah, this was not needed for that RG. I could just play here immediately, and if white then connects, then obviously K6 is a bad move, and I should just protect here in the middle to not allow white to get this one, or protect like that, yeah. Okay, so here I did with this one, but I didn't have enough time to really evaluate all these weaknesses here, so I poked, and I poked the wrong one the wrong way. This was also weird because white could have played this later. Yeah, and then this was fine. White actually should have connected here instead. Okay, so this was good. And then connecting here was not, because white can play this first, yeah. Ah, but then here I needed to play the Atari. Okay, and then capture here, because if white now were to connect here, yeah, now this just works. No, now this was just works. Okay, that makes sense. Right, I can push from here. I can push from here, and then after the connect, I can capture these, and then the game is even. Oh, and then only even if white finds this one, if white plays the same as in the game here, then I'm actually leading now. Ah, that's the way, the push from this direction. Okay, but I pushed from this direction and lost basically all the last hope to, yeah, connect. Doing this one was really big. Pushing in here. Ah, the push here is actually worth 2 points because, yeah, the push is 2 points in Sente. I completely missed that fact. Yeah, the push in here was not good. That one was not great. This one was not great. Ah, I did need to play this one. I was not sure. Okay, then protecting here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then white played this reverse Sente 2 points here. And from here, the game was basically where white was 3.5 ahead, and then white made some mistake here, it's apparently. Ah, maybe not, because no, there was this one still. Yeah, okay, sure. But yeah, then white won this game of 2.5 points from here. Hmm. Okay, and in summer, I might now play a quick game after this, try to apply the lessons I learned from this game, but June I still have a lot to do, so I will be I plan to be back on Thursday for another training game because on Friday I will then travel to the tournament, to the KPMC qualification tournament. Um, and yeah, after that, I don't know yet. After that, I have a couple of very busy weeks, and hopefully after that I can start my training arc and play a lot of games for you. Is there place? It's a Berlin tournament, so hang on. I don't know if it's going to be maybe on the German Discord. Other than that, to see the current players that are registered. Why is my watch still not there? What's um everything on this list, the top 16 minus players who don't have a German city. So essentially, I think mostly Bowie fun. And I'm not sure about Kaku if he has a German pass. But Arvid, Jonas, Jutze, for sure. Me, Adam, Kevin, Michael. Those are all pretty strong players in the context of this. But yeah, yes, Arvid is solid 6-star now. He's pretty strong. Okay, so I will re-review this game at some point. Probably by the backlog I have currently, probably sometime next month. Maybe I also do that on stream. I don't know, but I need cut train for that, so might be a bit too straining on the stream on my laptop. Anyway, those are just thoughts. Games for sure. I will play a lot more games in summer. So with that being said, let's see if there's someone to raid. No, that's why so many stayed for review. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see you likely same time, same place in 2 days. So until then.